it seemed like you guys got about as much space in the secondary as you guys have all season. What kind of goes into to sort of getting as open as you did?
It starts with Coach Roper. I mean, we put in a game plan. We played a lot of quarters, and we had some coverage beaters out there, but I think for the whole game, we kind of just shot ourselves in the foot. I mean, turnovers and just inopportune times, but yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about how you guys defended Flowers, and do you think you frustrated them more in the second half and then allowed you guys to crawl back into the ball game?
It's just got to keep guys like that in the pocket. In the first half, we allowed him to get, outside the pocket a little bit too much. And, he was able to just make plays downfield. But, like Hayden said, we can't make mistakes against a good team like that. They were 10-2 for a reason. They beat a lot of good teams. So we just had to go out there and play South Carolina football, and we didn't do that in the first half. The second half, we turned it around. But when you're playing against teams like that, it gets a little too late when you give up 3 scores in the first half. So,
Bryson, talk about your defense. It looked like I'm right here. A version of Tampa 2, where your middle backers was dropping really about 20 yards deep. What were y'all thinking in that defense?
Just a defense that kind of confused a running quarterback. We just dropping a little bit, dropping our linebacker off the line of scrimmage, just to try to spy him and have somebody deep in the middle of the field. But that's just a scheme that we run, trying to limit what he could do outside of the pocket.
Hayden, just what do you make of Jake's performance, and what was he kind of telling you guys in the huddle when you're down 18 in that third quarter?
Jake really never gets negative. I mean, he just goes drive to drive. I mean, some negative stuff happened, the pick 6 and all that, but, he bounces back, and he's just out there. He led us back to overtime.
Bryson, take me through the play in overtime, just what happened on that and that touchdown that they had and where you got wide open in the end zone.
It looked like, just a guy ran up the seam and, he was scrambling around. And, you just got to recover with, a scrambling quarterback. You got to cover twice, and we didn't cover twice, so, the result was what it was, a touchdown.
Bryson, on their last touchdown in regulation, the one where the running back kind of got open deep, was someone supposed to pick him up, or what kind of happens there?
Yeah, we just had a coverage bus, and like I said, scrambling around in the pocket, you got to cover twice. Somebody stepped up in the secondary, and he just dumped it over the top.
Hayden, I know you guys were kind of taking what they gave you today from an offensive standpoint, but do you look at this performance and think this is what you guys can do next year?
Absolutely. We have everybody but Zandy coming back. There's a lot of firepower, and Jake's only going to get better. He's going to mature and get older. He's going to have a year of experience under his belt, so it's going to be fun next year.
Hayden, just talk about your performance today. Maybe probably your best game of the season, first receiving touchdown. I guess, what were you seeing out there, from the defense?
It's just kind of some stuff that Coach Rope put in, me through the middle, just creating mismatches. But, like I've said to you guys the whole year, I don't really care about numbers. I want to win the game.
And Bryson, just talk about the defense being energized, seeing the offense produce, come back down 18, you guys going to overtime, I guess, as a defense. I guess, how energized were you guys? What were you guys saying to each other?
We were very energized. Once we got the turnover, we saw the offense start clicking and we saw changing momentum. But it's all, it really doesn't matter when you don't get the victory. It kind of hurts a little bit, but we just got to rebuild and just keep getting better. And that's pretty much it.
Hey, you were just talking about next year a little bit. That mean you're not thinking NFL or anything like that?
No, I'm 100% coming back.
For both guys, how do you assess this first year under Coach Muschamp? What do you guys think the future looks like?
We're only going to get better. On defense, I think we're only losing, starters. I think we're only losing Darius English and Quay Lewis. So, everyone's coming back. We just got to keep improving. We just got to keep getting better. We got to, focus on the little things. That was what Coach Muschamp was just talking to us about. We got to focus more on the little things, and that starts when we get back in January. And, these feelings of the past 2 games, we got to remember this, and, that's got to motivate us while we're, training in the offseason, training in the summer. And when we get back around next fall, we got a number of opportunities to get better and win football games.
Hayden, this being your first bowl experience, what can you kind of take from these last few weeks as you kind of carry into the off season?
It's a long season. I think it's huge if you can just be able to take care of your body. I mean, I think we've been at it for 22 weeks now. So just with our practices being so physical, you really have to focus on taking care of yourself.
From a fan experience standpoint, how important was it to see the fans rally behind you guys in the second half as well as into overtime?
It was huge. I feel like, we had the best fans in the country. I say that all the time, and I've been saying that, since South Carolina offered me. Just watching the fans in Williams-Brice and watching how we travel to bowl games, travel to away games. We love the fan support. And, just being on the field and hearing your crowd get as loud as it is at a home game, that really means a lot to us. And I feel like it energized us in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that was huge. I mean, our fans are awesome, like Bryson said, and they traveled all the way to Alabama to come and watch us play. And we can't thank them enough for what they've done for us this year. It's awesome to play in front of those fans.
We'll take 2 more questions. One right here.
For either of you guys, coming out of a game like this, is there anything that you're going to be able to take from this, or is it kind of we're going to hit the reset button and kind of start on to 2017?
You could take the way that we battle back. We just handled adversity really well this season. Not at all times we weren't able to, finish or, win the game, but just the way that we battled back, being a young team and handling adversity and having all the adversity, that's handed to us this season, through every phase. It's big for us to, take those experiences and, take our whoopings while we're down and then, rebuild next year and, dish them out.
Anything else? All right, thank you.
Thank you all.
Thanks, guys.